Hello, my name is Martin and I'd like to do some videos. This will be the first of I think a number of videos that I'll be doing over the next few weeks. And the reason to do these videos is we thought it'd be helpful for the Woodside family and for anyone else, I guess, to hear some of the things that we feel God has been speaking to us about, some of the things that God has been leading us into. And it can be very easy to feel that or think that we've communicated these things clearly, or we've done it in one context but not another, and actually we don't do a full job at explaining some of the amazing things actually I think that God is doing amongst us. So as I say, this is the first video and there'll be a few to follow. It won't be too long. I'm sure that's good news to you. They'll be short and sharp, but hopefully will help us all to be on the same page. And that's our desire really, is to communicate really clearly so everyone understands what's going on and where we're heading, and everyone can say, yep, let's go for this. So this is the first one. This is the first video. And where I'd like to start is some great news. And this great news is that after a lot of work, after a lot of planning, after a lot of praying, we are now in a position to say that we are definitely going to launch a new site in a new service on the west side of our town. Now this is something we feel God has really led us into. Tim Green, Hudson Ebenezer have done an amazing job gathering people, and so I'm thrilled to announce that that is going live. So January 2019, not long now, we're going to start a new service on a new site in the west of the town. Now the site is going to be at the Great Denham Community Hall. This, if you've seen it, it's a fantastic facility, really serves our needs. We will use the whole building on Sunday mornings, and we've been working closely with the team there, and we built up a really good rapport, so much so that there were some things that they were hesitant about early on. There was a question about storage. We couldn't see a way through there. We wanted to use our own PA, and that was a problem. But I'm thrilled to say that after conversations and definitely after praying, seeking God for these things, we've been given the green light for those matters, and so we will be able to have storage aplenty and be using our own PA. So it's really good news. The other thing to say is we've been gathering and talking with different people, and we have probably anything between 80 and 100 people we think who are going west, who are going to join this new site, and that is amazing. I'm so excited by those that have said yes, we're up for this. It makes such a difference to be starting something with real strength. It means we can have a strong band. It means we can put on all the activities that we want to on Sunday mornings. It means we can be a place where others can come in and say, okay, this is Woodside Church. It helps us to reflect who we are. So really thrilled that so many have chosen to do that. And as a result, of course, we understand that there's going to be a reduction in our numbers on the east site. It's strange calling it the east site, I realise, but the Dover Crescent site, that's going to be reduced. But actually the two meetings, the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock, there's a 50-50 split on those that are going west, and so numbers will be evenly reduced. But what that means is we have more space for others to come and join us, and it may feel a little smaller at times, but actually we are seeking to create space for further growth. In fact, all of this move is about mission. It's about believing that God's called us to make a difference, and so we are looking for the West to grow. I think that will grow quickly. I think we land with 100. We're already hearing actually people speaking to us saying we are interested in coming when you start, and so we think that will grow quickly. But also in the East, we are seeing God do some wonderful things through the different groups that meet during the week, through Project 41, through the HOTS in the local shopping area. On Sunday mornings, many guests coming and joining us. So we are anticipating that actually creating space will create space for further growth. And we want to bless people, we want to serve people well. And so that's the headline news to start this video off, is really just to say we are on our way. We are going to become what some will call a multi-site church. It's going to be challenging. It means there will be some people that we don't see on a Sunday morning in the way that we have done before. But we believe that's where God is leading us. And so we're looking forward to that. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. The second thing is I'd like to talk to you about some team news and some changes and some areas where people are clearly growing in their gifting, and we want to recognize that. And also we want to position ourselves in order to serve what this new structure, this having two sites, will look like, and how we can effectively as a team do that well. The first thing to mention is a new appointment, and that is our lead children's worker. We have been interviewing. We actually had, I think, 6 people apply. Some outstanding people came for interview. It really was high quality. But there was one person that we felt was the clear person to take on this role. And so we're thrilled to announce that a woman called Charlotte Pearson is going to be joining the team in August, September, in a few weeks' time. And she will be the lead children's worker. So her role will be overseeing children's work on both sites, on the east and the west. She'll be based in the east, but actually her role will be to serve broader than that. Some of you I know Charlotte. Charlotte grew up in Woodside some years ago. She had, with her husband Jamie and Rosie, their daughter, have been in London and have been working or involved in a New Frontiers church there. They are an outstanding couple, and we are thrilled that they're joining us. And I'm particularly excited that Charlotte's going to be joining the team. She is highly qualified in youth and the children, actually. And she has recently been working with YMCA in London and is really well suited for this role. So we think the kids' work and the families are going to be really served well, as they always have been. But we are excited that Charlotte's going to be playing that role. And in September, we'll get a chance to introduce her to everyone, just so people can put a name to her face. So just want to mention, great news, Charlotte Pearson is going to be joining the team. Other things that we're going to be doing on the team is we are going to be giving greater responsibility to Richard Clements. Richard is going to be going from 4 days currently to full-time, which means that he can serve on Sundays as well as during the week. And Richard's really growing as a leader. I think we can all see that. Really excited by how God has really given him grace to bring wisdom and leadership in many different areas. And so looking forward to see how God grows Richard in that, but we want to give greater space. He's also going to be involved in the impact training, our year-out gap year training. And so he's going to be supporting Ruth Matthews, who leads that. And so that's also going to happen. Other things going on is Gaynor Clements has taken on more and more responsibility in Project 41. So she's been recognised for that, to be given more time. We want to serve that area well. We're seeing God bless that. And when, as Jesus described, I can only do what I see the Father doing. So if the Father's doing something, we want to get behind that and go with God. Also, I mentioned about Tim and Hudson and their involvement in the West. Well, that will mean that they will be the leaders in the West, partnering together, and they will gather a team around them. And I will play a role leading the East site. But in addition to that, I also will continue to lead the broader team and the broader Woodside Church, if you like. And so in order for me to do that well, looking at how other churches have done this, we've asked Ruth Matthews to come and really support me in leading the East site. And so Ruth will be the assistant site leader in the East. And so she's an amazingly gifted leader, has a real breadth to her skill set. And so we're really pleased that Ruth is going to be playing that role. So we are making some changes into the staff team. We feel that God is providing all that we need. and so yeah, there's some staff team changes.